Hadi Om and welcome. Thank you so much for being here. This is Yamuna Devi. Many people say, just let it go. Like if it were very easy. Sometimes the body is not ready to let go. And there's this deep connection between the body and emotions and memories that it takes time. It's a process. And it's easy to toss that word around and say, just let it go. And everything is okay. Continue. It's not that easy. It is a gentle process. And something that's really important is that we have to create a certain security, safety around this letting go first. There has to be a very gentle, delicate space that you create within yourself because it can be painful. Person cannot tolerate it. Hurtful. It's very hurtful. And you don't want to create more chaos than what is there. Underlying. Sometimes you will never notice it. Oftentimes you won't notice that the person is going through a certain chaos, certain difficulty. But it's there. And sometimes we don't even know where it's coming from. It could be from childhood. It could be from a relationship. It could be from a friendship. It could be from the upbringing or school. Anything. But understanding the root cause of where it's coming from is really important. It's very, very important. That's why we work slowly. In Ayurveda, we create that safe space. We want to create safety first so that the person feels secure enough to open to the possibilities of experiencing this shift or letting go of anything emotional, memory. Could be so many experiences, right? So understanding that it's not just the mind wanting to let go, it's also the body wanting to let that go. Person can experience tense chest, the heaviness of the world. Everything is so dense and they're craving for this lightness, this feeling of feeling light, feeling free, not feeling burdened and attached to these tensions or experiences. They don't know why they feel this way, but it is within an experience that hasn't been processed, or many experiences that haven't been processed. So that's why letting go is not just one thing, and it's not easy to just say, I let it go and I'm done. No, because underlying there is a psychosomatic experience within that is happening. We have to uncover this, look at it from the root. Where is it stemming from? And slowly, slowly work on it. But we work on the layers slowly. What's happening at the moment to this person? I've seen it a lot. They want clarity. They want to feel lightness. So if they feel and start feeling this clarity and they start feeling this lightness, and that there is a possibility of experiencing light at the end of the tunnel, they will do the work. They will crave that. So they will continue. But if they feel dense and heavy as they begin this soul-searching work, this self-healing work, it might be difficult for them to continue. Everything happens in divine proportion. Everything is in divine timing. Everything. So something we want to get rid of. But the other thing is, are we ready to let go of it at the pace that we're craving, at the pace we want it to happen? And I know it's uncomfortable to carry so much weight, so much burden, so much trauma, so many experiences. And sometimes we continue, right, in that space because we've been molded and we've molded ourselves to protect that trauma, to protect that experience, to protect ourselves from feeling that pain. So it is a very gentle process. Letting go happens. You don't have to control. You don't have to try hard. You don't have to push. It happens slowly at your pace. Once you start feeling a little glimpse of light, a little glimpse of joy, and it feels good, and you say, I want more. And you will let go of the other things that perhaps you were addicted to, perhaps that were comforting you. Maybe alcohol, maybe some substances, many things, whatever it is that was comforting you. You notice that you start letting it go, that it does not serve you, that it is beyond what that is numbing. It is beyond what it is numbing, or the experience it's giving you, the experience it's making you feel. Once you feel it naturally, you feel that joy, that glimpse of peace, that glimpse of happiness, that glimpse of light. You will start leaving those other things behind, and it happens. So we don't have to let it go. We work through it. We work through it. We work through our experiences, our emotions. You know, sometimes it shows up from childhood. We don't even know. Sometimes as a child, you want to make sure that you do things correctly, that your parents love you, and that everyone around you loves you. And you try to stay within the lines, fit in, and make sure that everyone's happy. And you jeopardize yourself as a child. The child is meant to play. The child is meant to have fun. The child is meant to be them, not pleasing others, not sacrificing themselves to make others happy. They are meant to be a child, to play. And there's nothing that they need to rationalize, nothing. They're just simple, natural, spontaneous. So what happens is we start creating, sometimes we create this from childhood, you know, that we need to follow a certain pattern and be in those lines. And if we deviate, if we are ourselves and we deviate, that others might be unhappy with us, that we might make someone angry, our family, our parents. So we try to play safe. And, you know, as a child, you're exploring, right? You're learning of your environment, the people around you. But when this happens, and you start trying to please the adults and take care of the adults, we start creating this trauma. We stop living our life as a creative individual, as a creative being. We don't explore the fun of life. And when we get older, we don't understand why we're still people pleasing, or why we feel lacking of purpose, or why we feel we haven't accomplished enough. This all comes down to, you know, some people, the childhood. But when we please others and when we want to just people please and take care of others, we lose ourselves. Remember, everyone can take care of themselves as long as they're not a child. If they're a child, you still have to take care as an adult. But as an adult, everyone can take care of themselves. They're big. They know. They have proper discrimination. Am I going the right path or the wrong path? And you decide, that individual decides, but you cannot help others. They have to help themselves. They have to navigate through life themselves. As a child, you want to help, but the child should not be trying to help an adult feel good, feel comfortable, make sure they're okay. No, that's not the job of the child. The job of the child is meant to play and have fun and explore life, explore their life as a child. The adult is responsible to take care of the child. So, we investigate. There are many things I'm not worthy enough. That's an example. Why? Where is this lack of self-worth coming from? Are you expecting someone to value you, to honor you, to respect you, to applaud you? Why is that self-worth not there? What happened? So we try to dive deep and we explore. But talking about self-worth, we just don't want to. We get rid of the problem, yes, but we need to build on it and take care of you. How? By taking care of yourself. Self-care. That's all you do. Nothing else. Make sure you're eating nice foods, healthy, you feel good, you're doing your exercise, you're sleeping well. Take care of your health. Take care of your body. Take care of you. And when you start exploring that part of self-care within you, you begin to explore naturally and spontaneously self-love. Because taking care of you is equivalent to self-love. So what happens? That neutralizes the self-sabotage. That neutralizes the lack of self-worth. Does that make sense? This is really beautiful. So honoring yourself, loving yourself, taking care of yourself, that's all you need to do. And when you do that, everything else starts coming into place. But you also start building this inner strength of feeling good. When you start feeling good, you can start working on these other pieces of the puzzle. But it becomes very difficult to let go when you're holding on, identifying yourself to your own pain. Because the pain feels comfortable. Because the pain has become you. Or you have become the pain. But if we shift and start identifying ourselves with care and love and compassion and gentleness and tenderness, that's all we need. Then we start working on the other parts. You don't want to hurt yourself during the process of letting go. Letting go is gentle. People tell me, Yamuna, I don't know how to let go. How do I do that? I tell them, you don't worry. You don't need to know intellectually how it happens. You experience it. You experience it, and that's all that matters. It's a process. It's gentle. You take your time. So important thing is you take care of you. Take care of yourself. And love yourself. This life is so beautiful. Your life is beautiful. While you're here, look, you are not the anxiety. You are not the fear. You're not the anger. You're not the sadness. You're not the depression. You're none of those. You are simply love. Your essence is love. And you are not the stress. We have created that in our mind. The more we do, the more we achieve. That's what we made ourselves believe. But the more you take care of yourself, the more you will achieve. It's not doing and losing yourself, your essence in the process. No. It is taking care of yourself in the process of doing. Then you achieve. But if you lose yourself as you are doing, you will struggle trying to achieve. You may never make it to your goal. You may have to push harder and hurt yourself and burn out because you are not dedicating space to yourself, because you are not recognizing that you are valuable. It's not what you do, it's yourself. And by taking care of your health, by taking care of you, you feel wonderful, you feel happy, you feel clarity of mind, so you can perform. But if you lose yourself, let yourself go by not taking care of yourself, by just running an engine on empty gas, you lose focus, you lose clarity, your mind becomes foggy, your body starts to ache, relationships start to fall apart. Then what are you achieving? You're just hurting yourself. So while you can take care of yourself, take care of yourself. And in that space, there is clarity. There is freedom to create. There is abundance. There is energy. You feel wonderful. You feel light. You feel like you could do anything because now you trust. You trust the flow of life. You can trip on a little pebble. You can fall. But guess what? You know you're going to get back up again. So regardless if you see the pebble, there's no fear because you know it's there. You will get back up. You will keep going forward. But when we're confused, we trip, we get angry at the pebble, and then we get flustered, and then sometimes we go other routes because we're just so irritated and we're not in a good emotional space. Does that make sense? So when you trust, you accept the process of life. There are bumpy roads. And you understand that within each pebble, there is beauty. There is a lesson to be learned. There is growth. You don't grow if you don't fall. You don't grow if everything's perfect. So that pebble is your experience, is your difficulty. So when you see someone who has gone through many difficult moments, you know what? If the person is smart and uses those experiences for their own growth, wow, they are blessed. They're an inspiration. Don't look down, don't feel sad. They got this because they're still strong. And it makes them stronger. Experiences make you stronger if you are willing and ready to learn and grow from them. And that's a blessing. That's life. That's the beauty of life. Those experiences, they keep you on your toes, you know? You jump and you hop and you go over each rock and you're like, yeah, you know, and sometimes you fall and you're like, okay, but I'm gonna keep going, you know? You just take care of yourself and keep going. And so take your time. Just the last thing I want to tell you is just take care of yourself. That's it. Take care of yourself, and you taking care is loving yourself. It's beautiful. People experience it. They're like, oh, I've let go of alcohol. I've lost weight. I'm eating healthier. I'm working out. Like, yes, celebrate those wins. I tell them, celebrate those wins. And they didn't plan for it. it just happens. And why? Because they're letting go naturally by taking care of themselves. So don't stress. How could you stress about letting go? Don't stress. Don't stress. You'll be okay. Just take care of yourself and honor yourself and love yourself and embrace yourself. Learn each day. Learn each moment. You got this. You got this. Just receive life. Receive the blessings. Embrace it. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I send you so much love. Hari Om. Many blessings. Hari Om.